hot fix.
This is Jack Palance. I listen to Mouse and Weens. Believe it or not.
Mouse and Weens and a 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 mouse.
1, 2, 3, chomp. There's no reason to sync anything because we're here.
No syncing.
Wow.
Hello, everybody. You're on Mouse and You're on. Here we are, Mouse and Weens. We're on. You are listening. Mouse and Weens.
And Mom's very nervous because we told her not to say ums and ahs in between.
Or breathe. I'm not supposed to breathe either.
You're okay to breathe. Did she tell you not to breathe?
No,
I didn't.
That was an interpretation.
She's trying to
on my
kill
own.
you.
Yeah, no. We have our swear-deep mother.
She's a pirate, a sweardy mother.
Sorry, guys. P.S. Okay, let's all talk about it really quick. I do have a screw in my jaw. Can y'all see it?
Oh.
It's going to be staring at you when I laugh loudly and big. So,
I'm so sorry.
I just got queasy. That's a weird... Sorry.
Yeah.
well, just don't look at it too much.
Don't smile.
Well, all right. I'm just getting it out of the way so we can all look at it. Because what happened last time is you interrupted the whole thing to point out the screw in my head.
Because you look like Jaws from James
I
Bond.
know.
Do you know who that is? Do you remember that
I do.
big...
That big square-jawed guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
German or Swiss or something.
Mom,
yeah.
have you ever fallen in love with a foreign man?
We're doing our intro.
Oh, sorry. Have you?
Welcome, everybody, to Mouse and
gotta
Weens.
think.
I am Mouse. I am Joelle. I'm the mom one down in San Diego.
And I'm the wiener. And I'm here, and this is the one who birthed us both. Mom, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about this before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
But I'm glad you're here,
thank you.
both of you.
Okay.
So I have a question. Are we getting videoed at the same time?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's the lights.
Hi.
Yes, we're on YouTube as well. Everybody
Okay.
go to our Mouse and Weens YouTube channel. But yes, we have a special visitor. Mom is in town. Mom, it's October 2022. Why did you come to visit?
Yes, I came because my oldest grandson was going to play in the marching band. They did a Disney theme. It was wonderful. Elliot, our middle one. Hello. Am I supposed
just
to
wondering.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll make it
I'm
work.
getting like hand signals. Should I be closer?
I think we all should.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Ellie Joe, which is actually, yes, my middle grandson played football. He's fantastic, artsy football player. And Miss Charlotte has been doing round-offs, back bends, everything that you can think of that a cheer girl does.
Yeah.
But she does it 24/7. It's not contained at the gym. She's just busy.
Yeah.
She's on the refrigerators, on the walls, doing handstands
Yeah.
and pushing off things.
Give her about a 3-foot cubic square and she'll make a gymnast area.
So she went up on her hands against the kitchen cabinets, and Wrigley, her dog, decides that, oh, well, that's a good thing. And he laid down right in front of her, and she couldn't get off of her hands, or she would have smacked into her dog. He had to be there. It was funny.
So you came out to visit children of all ages, even us. And
Oh,
we're-
yeah, I forgot you two.
Yeah, we're all in
Okay.
one spot, so it makes it easy. And you redid Charlotte's room.
Yes.
Which is great.
We went from a little girl to a mid-sized little girl.
I know. We were going to go full teenager, but she's only 11. So
I know. Couldn't do it. It's so cute now.
It's a very cute, sweet room. Thank you for all your work. Mom is a designer.
Yeah.
And every time she comes, she needs a project. Have you noticed that, Julianne?
Yeah. I have.
So last time it was your closets and reorganizing things, and now it's Charlotte's room. You've done Elliot's and Toby's in the past. You've done my whole house in the past. So thank you, Mom.
What
You're
does
so
this-
welcome.
Is it a gift that you give, or is it a legacy? Why do you do it?
Part of both. I think one thing is that your sister and you are absolutely swamped in your life. And this is something that comes easily to me. So I just kind of plug it in and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it give you purpose? Does it feel purposeful, or would you rather not?
It is my job, so I get lots of I don't know quite what the word is. Satisfaction doing
I'm
my
glad you didn't say
job.
attaboys.
Yeah, that either.
Is that a thing?
Atta girl is how we do it in my world. Atta girl. But no, I get a lot of
I didn't mean that as mean, by the way. I was just kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, I do get a lot of atta girls.
I just imagined a bunch of designers harumphing around the table and construction workers and GMs.
Okay.
Harumph! Attaboy! 'Cause they're in Idaho.
Here's what I notice. I am much more mature in my designing, and I mean age-wise, compared to the, little designer people who are around in my community.
Pips.
And I don't have hair extensions, so that kind of sets me apart, and the color of my hair. But we do
beautiful.
really well. We do really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have a very classic sense of style, but you can also be modern or whatever's needed because you keep abreast of all the trends but you're not a slave to Pottery Barn, you're not a slave to Pinterest
No, Pinterest is
or
it's-
Magnolia Home
or the word pop
yeah.
of color.
Mom does not like pops of color. Don't say that to her.
Does anyone still say that?
Oh, yes.
Who says it, though? Obviously.
Anybody who wants to have a conversation about design and they've heard it regurgitated 500,000 times, so they think it's cool if they add that to their conversation.
Wow.
And it drives me. I know, I'm weird.
No, but what is it
it's
about
good.
it? Is that everybody
trendy. It's just kind of
overused?
tagging on to some other person who thought of it first. So, yeah, it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
It's just not necessary. If you want color, saturate it.
Oh, not pop, saturate.
That's it.
Can we pop our peas? Speaking of audio, really quick, Mom, I'm going to fix this cord.
Oh,
Okay. Mother,
yes.
I love that you have beauty in your life. As a designer, you are able to take a space and make it beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Clean and beautiful is important to you.
Most definitely. My brain does not work in chaos or dirt.
Yeah,
Well, that's not true, because my horse and I are in dirt all the time.
true. But that's
But
okay.
not disorganization.
Nope, don't do well with that.
All right, may I ask you a personal question?
Please.
Really? Will you answer it? You don't have to.
That's a setup. That's a lose-lose.
It's a
place.
lose-lose, but
Yeah.
you don't have to say anything. What do you think of Joelle's house? Is it cluttered?
There are parts of it that need attention and other parts that are quite peaceful and lovely.
Okay, so if you were to give constructive criticism, what would it be to work on?
With anybody in this world, whenever
Or
you
that
bring...
one right there?
Who are you? You're the most cluttered girl ever.
No, I'm not. I'm not so cluttered. Downstairs?
Mom.
She is living...
Are you cluttered?
She's living her life in 2 rooms, and I think it's
Do
lovely.
you think those rooms are cluttered?
No, I don't.
She
well,
did
Mom,
say that.
Okay.
You said something in confidence.
I did.
I'm cluttered?
Good Lord,
Yes.
you two.
Cluttered.
Stop
Compared
it.
to Mom, we have
Stop
busy
it.
lives.
Stop it. Your craft room is your craft room. It has
The crap
your
room?
craft-
Is that what you wanted to say?
your crafts
Martha
are
Stewart.
still in there, and you've had to add your stuff,
Crap.
layer it, so that it is a layered room. However, I think your bedroom is not cluttered. I think
However,
you've got-
Mom walks into the room and goes,
I do not.
what if you secretly are like, hi, I'm going to go to sleep?
I have stuff. I have a lot of stuff in my life. I tend to be the kind that put it behind doors.
Right.
I have a lot of cupboards. I have a lot of space. I have a big house, so I have lots of room to spread my stuff out.
Also,
but-
this one, could we go back to? Because somehow you turned it on me.
I did not.
Where could the organization help benefit.
I
I
think-
know. I know where all my organization is needed. I just haven't had time to sit and do weeks of it.
I saw
'Cause it takes a whole
you
week.
do an entire clean out of our youngest 11-year-old.
You're mad at something else, huh?
Don't make me the bad one. Just
She's mad for real.
let Mom talk.
I think you did an incredible job with all the stuff. I mean, she was going through tiny little itty bitty things, dividing, separating, keeping, throwing away. That's a very tedious job, and you stuck with it and you got it done. So good
What
for
are you
you.
talking about? The doll
The
clothes and
doll clothes and all the stuffed animals and all the chachi toys and
I just don't like that I have been labeled a hoarder.
Do you still have
No,
your
you're
Joni and
not.
Chachi toys?
No, I never had those. It
Your
was
Chachi toys.
I think 3 children bring clutter along with their life. And you're
Wait,
very
let her rattle her pills for a while. Go ahead.
Sorry. Continue.
No, rattle. We'll pause. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
She needs to pour out her vitamins again in the middle of an episode. Go ahead, do it.
Did I?
Yes, you do this all the time. She gets bored and then
I don't
chunks around in her things. Okay, go ahead, do it. It's fine.
continue.
What'd you need?
Nothing.
It was so important.
Excuse me. I'm gonna sit over here because you got mad at my clutter talk.
Well, can you
I
get
have
close
nothing
to the
else
mic
to
if
say.
you're gonna sit over there?
No, I wanted to talk about clutter closely. All right.
All right. I'm not a hoarder. Is what I'm here
Okay,
to
now,
say.
guy, let me just tell you something before you say that. This is from her husband. You have deep wounds over this because he calls you a hoarder. Ah!
I don't like anybody calling me a hoarder because I'm not. They're all projects that I will get to, and I have no problem letting things go. I happen to have space for stuff, so I stick it in a cabinet and I shut the door and I'll deal with it later.
Agreed.
I agree with that too.
Thank you.
And it was a great lesson for me because there were several backpacks, and by several I mean 30 backpacks. And I was saying, each one of you pick out 2. Well, Joelle then pointed out to me, no, we're going to make homeless backpacks out of all the leftovers.
I saw someone do that on
And I
show.
thought, man, do I need a lesson in that. That
I
was
shake your hand
so
now?
nice.
Well, I like my things to go to specific people
And
and
I've
purposes.
seen
I
that
don't just
over and
wanna-
over.
I want to
Okay.
throw it in a thrift truck and then have somebody toss it because they don't see the value in it. If I can pack it up and make it look valuable, or I put it on Buy Nothing Poway. If anyone has a Facebook
I gave you a
group-
backpack for Christmas. I would like that back before you give it away because I need it.
No, that one's really good.
Yeah.
No, you can have it back. I'll give it back to you. I just like it for my computer.
I'll
which
tell you where
still
they're
gets
hidden.
junked around.
So anyway.
they're not all backpacks. There are lots of duffel bags and drawstrings.
So the point of this whole ramble is I learned a valuable lesson in that your keeping things has got a purpose versus hoarding. Hoarding doesn't have any purpose to me. And yes, your kids have, and part of it is you have a spread in ages of your kids. So you need to cover, well, I don't want to throw that away because she's going to use that and da 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 da. So I think this is just a pause that you need in your life that will come when your kids are gone.
yes, thank you, Mom.
So there.
And I do the same with their artwork and their photos and all that.
We
feel
all
like
do that.
That's going to be a memento thing. I just have to sit down and make the.
I have failed miserably
The
for
book.
you two guys.
No, you haven't.
Well, how many things have I saved? Well, I saved some things.
You sent that all back to me.
That's part of
I got a box with all my turtle drawings from first grade. I was like, do I exist?
Sorry. Well, I think that, okay, part of my motivation is when I pass on to my next level, I don't want you guys to be stuck with all my crap.
I just took a suicide course.
I'm not thinking suicide. I'm
Okay.
thinking
When you start
what
giving
of
away your
old
things.
age. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Oh, is that a sign of like suicidal thoughts when we
Start
start
giving away your items.
Do you remember when Grandma Ruth just gave everything away and all of us were going, why is she doing that?
Did
But
she die soon after?
No, she went into a small condo at that Lutheran home for the aged. What a horrible name. And she had everything she needed. So how's that for good planning?
She was doing what I think you do is you don't want to burden other people, so you pare down your life so other people don't.
I've got so far to go.
All right, now, can I talk personal?
Yes.
Really?
Can you get a little closer?
Mom
maybe we
was
should move your
mentioning
chair.
something about death on this trip.
I did? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that. Oh, yeah.
What were you saying and why?
I was saying, in my cognizant state I'm in right now, and I can be productive and conversational and add some input and feel like I have an intelligent place in this family. But there may be a time when I won't be all of those things. And so I just wanted both of you to know that I apologize in advance
Oh, Mom.
of anything that becomes a burden. It's just horrible to think that you as the parent becomes something less. And then it becomes your
But
responsibility.
isn't
and
that
your
the
responsibility.
nature of life? The cycle and
It is, and probably back to suicide. That's probably why a lot of parents who've been super active all their life just want to tie the ribbons on the whole thing. And they say they stumbled off a 250
really?
foot
Do people
cliff.
do that?
I think so. I don't know.
No, I
that.
think that's true. A lot of people are looking into it.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing when people get to that point of needing-
Uselessness. Yeah.
Well, yeah, purpose I think is everything, and them feeling like a burden. You mentioned that to me. You don't ever want to be a burden.
Yeah. And you will be. I mean, in some fashion, I will be your burden.
Which is
To
beautiful,
both of you.
and like it's a gift that we can give back. It
Yeah,
is
because
full
you don't
circle.
ever stop. So finally we could lay down with you and like read a book. This would be nice.
Mom is the busiest of busy bees.
Well, I do. Well, I just see, oh, well, maybe they could use that help.
It's all very
And not
helpful
that
and
help.
sweet. Okay, now on this topic of death. Now I think this is important to talk about. At what point do you feel like, oh, this is weird to talk about? But,
So far,
okay.
it sounds weird, but I'm hanging in.
I had a person in my life that they saw something that I filmed of their husband saying, I don't ever want to live like an invalid. And that gave her permission that when he was in an invalid state that they pulled the plug. Because they said not making it about me, but she was in a conflicted place.
Right.
Because he had Lewy bodies and they didn't know when it was time.
I think that you have my medical, whatever it's called, release. That's not what
Yeah,
power
yeah,
of attorney,
DNR and all
whatever.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
all that. I give you guys both full permission when you look at it and say, "Oh, she's lost it." That's fine. If I really can't breathe on my own, if I didn't have that opportunity with my own mom. And I had to watch her. I just held her while she died. And it was a horrible thing to go through. And
What would you have liked that was different?
in truth, it would have been lovely if she would have just had a heart attack and died instantly. One of those SID, whatever they're called, heart attacks that are real.
But I mean,
because
in
it's
the way,
very-
were you confused at all?
No.
About what to do with her?
I
Okay.
think if she had any ability for reasoning at the end, she would have been brokenhearted that my two brothers and I were there brokenhearted.
Right.
It
the
was
suffering,
just,
probably.
yeah, we were all suffering going through that. And that would be the last thing she'd want.
Is there any other way to do it, though?
Yeah, I told Denny to save all of his Ambien pills, and when the time is right, just shove them all in his mouth. And he thought that was a great idea.
Wait, are you planning on doing this? So then you can finally ride off with your horse and have
Here,
the house
honey,
to yourself.
have 10 tonight.
Wow.
No, but yeah, I mean, none of us want. No, I don't think either of us ever planned to do the suicide route. I think one of us will break our neck off of our horse, or
Jeez.
you know,
Let's
who
not
knows?
try that.
You've already tried with
I'm
ribs
telling
and
you,
such.
we compare
horse's name is
ourselves
Ribs.
to other people our age, and we look at each other and go, "Man, we are so far from being done."
70 is the new 90.
Hey, well, we're
90 is the new 70.
Oh, yeah, that.
I was feeling tired today. Now, particularly
Sorry.
tired.
You know what I mean. Scratch that,
Ah, that's funny.
reverse it. Okay, let's go.
Let's move on.
Back to death. Pull the plug.
Yeah, this did not.
Sorry, I was just curious about that. It's important to talk about, right? I
It
would like
is
to
important.
be pulled. I don't want to be a veggie on
No.
a ventilator.
Me either. So,
I might want to, because what if you have a great turnaround?
very rarely do they.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
end
And
it.
plus, you have you've got great things happening on the other side. You gotta know you step
But I
over.
have 3 kids. I have to make sure they're okay.
Jeez,
Yeah, but
we're
you'll finally
talking.
see
They'll be
Snucks.
68 each.
Ah, will they? You don't know. What if
Well, Denny and I so appreciate the fact that your sister is going into sociology with the emphasis on.
You don't know what I'm doing, do you?
I do. In elder care, we appreciate the fact that you represent a group of people who care about, just how to make a positive end to people's lives. And that's really important. And it's not just because I'm old, which I'm not too old.
No, you're
I am
young,
old, but that's
young,
all right.
70s, but you look 60.
Yeah, right. No. But we appreciate it.
Oh,
And I think, as Denny always refers to the ladder, you are now on the top rung. Oh, isn't that nice?
for me or
You.
Oh, I thought we were talking about old age and
No,
death.
you,
Okay.
personally.
Thanks.
Because you're giving back to that community.
Thanks. I might
Yes.
change directions because I keep getting behind people in your neighborhood that drive really slow that are old. I don't know if I have the patience for it.
I don't
I
think
know.
you do. I was surprised you went this route. I see the death and dying and more the mystical side of it, like what happens after we die.
Yeah.
And how can you help people transition, but then pull them back and go, what do you see? What's at the end of the tunnel? Tell me.
Die yet, you
Yeah.
jerk. What are you seeing?
This is an interview.
But it's all the leading up to that moment. And
Yeah, Denny might have to put me down a few rungs. I might just end up going into like whatever,
Become a
a
painter.
veterinary assistant
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
You know, anything either of you choose, and David and our little family, we just think you're marvelous and brilliant.
Oh, what
I
if
mean
Joelle
it.
told you she's gay? Would you appreciate?
Wouldn't make me love
Where
her
did
any
this
less
come
at
from?
all.
Was that true?
That is absolutely the truth.
Denny too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
good.
Do you have an announcement?
Yeah, Joelle.
Stop throwing me under the bus. You always do this.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay. So moving on to parenting.
Yes.
How were we as teenagers is what Joelle wanted to ask you.
Actually, first, we are going to hear a quick ad from our sponsor, Dream Dinners.
We love dream dinners.
Let's just talk about Dream Dinners. Forget the ad. Mom,
Oh my gosh.
tell me about Dream Dinners this week.
Okay, so last night we were all running 17 different directions. And Joelle screams up the stairs, Mom, there's something in the oven, take it out 6:30. And I go, okay. And I Went down, and here's this beautiful dinner. All you do is unfold the tinfoil, and it is a done deal. And the whole family dug in, ate it, and it was nothing to it. Nothing to it. No planning. It was perfect.
Right?
And I could see living the rest of my life never having to cook again, although I like cooking. But it's
very planned cooking though, and then you can cook the side dishes,
right,
if you choose, or throw out a quick salad or cut up some veggies or whatever.
Right. And the salad that I made that got ignored 2 days earlier, we did add to that.
Yeah.
So
we just put,
what can I say?
It was great. Yeah. We love Dream Dinners. They have all sorts of options for people depending on what they can and can't eat. And if you go to dreamdinners.com and use code MouseandWeens99, you'll get $99 off your first order. Unfortunately, it's in just this local area, but Dream Dinners is nationwide. So do check out Dream Dinners because they always have newbie deals. Like they'll give you 3 meals for free if you're a
I would
new
like
person.
Yeah, them to consider the state of Idaho.
Yes, they're all over. Just go to Dream Dinners, click Find My Location, and you'll see all the dots all over the map. And I'm sure there's one next to you. So code MouseandWeens99. Thank you, Dream Dinners, for saving our keisters.
We do love
all
you,
week.
honestly.
That's true. That's true. Okay, now, Jules, take it away.
I
As you
have
were
to
saying.
take it away. This is what I almost said sister, it's your daughter, was going to ask you about parenting.
Oh, boy. As a teenager.
Okay. Yeah, so we brought you here's Q&A. We got a little sidetracked with your visit and then talking about death and dying, but that's important. I'm glad we talked about that.
Yeah.
You know what we listened to was the Anderson Cooper
Yes, that was good.
All There Is podcast, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is curious about this stuff because
And going through some grief issue. It was really
how to deal with
enlightening.
grief, but that we're all going to deal with it. If you think about it, we all are. Anyway, it was very good, and it got us thinking about it too. Okay, but back to the other fun stuff, kind of. I am dealing with a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old, boy, girl, and they are... I always struggle with how much I need to parent and control, and then how much to let them go and trust. And we had homecoming dance, and they were off downtown by themselves in a limo with a million kids and, all sorts of stuff. So Julianne and I were talking, too, about remembering back to how we were at that age and all the stuff we would get up to. And how much of it did you actually know we were getting into?
Honestly, I was almost dead in my grave when you guys started this podcast and you started telling stories, and I go, what? That happened on my watch? How dare they? I had no idea. I shouldn't say no idea. I had almost no idea that you had ever snuck out.
Really?
But looking back on my teenage years, I snuck out. But
You snug out?
I snug it.
Well, we snuck out.
I heard a pant.
Yeah, the dog came.
Okay.
When you snug out, you put on your Snuggie and you just snug out.
So I snuck out, and my big deal was not to let Mom and Dad know that I had gone out the window and went down to my friend Jenny's house, which was like 6 houses away. I did it! Look at that! So the times that I thought you guys had gone out, I figured that all you did was walk up and down the neighborhood.
You're right. That's pretty much all it was.
Now...
Although this one has some secrets to tell you.
No, I don't. What did
Really?
I do?
I don't know.
Did you know that
she
I
always acts like she's innocent.
I do.
Okay. Well, act like you're
What'd you
innocent.
do? You used what?
The Charlie McCarthy ventriloquist doll as the side of my face. And then I used your
Wig.
font wig
Right.
and I put it on his wig so it looked like I was sleeping in there.
Right.
You pulled a Ferris Bueller?
Yes, I did. I was probably influenced by that.
Oh, the one that you got me totally. I thought we had like some kind of critter in our attic. Okay, backing up, Julianne had the closet that had the attic access, but it wasn't in the ceiling, it was in the wall. The way that, so you would access it by taking the door off and crawling in that way, and much easier. And I thought, what in the heck is going on? Because I'd hear these little creaks. Well, I don't know how many days this went on. I do not know. Would you like to tell me how many days?
When what? I don't even
I
know,
know.
what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're about
You
to say.
snuck a girl in who stayed in our attic.
I did?
Oh my gosh. And you seriously, you don't
I have
remember?
no clue. Who was it?
You are lying to me.
No, I
right now.
really don't. I'm just look at
She-
I love this.
Oh my gosh. I don't believe that you can't remember.
I cannot
this.
remember. I
Honestly.
I swear to
Okay.
God.
She was
I'm trying to remember and I'm wondering.
okay, she wasn't one of our regulars, so I didn't know her. But then Julianne always had like
Stragglers.
yeah, like I won't say homeless, but for the most part,
Runaway teen friends.
that or orphanettes, kind of. So I finally figured out Julianne's whispering, and I walked in her door, and all of your clothes were pushed back, and the attic door was open, and there was flashlights in there, and our camping light, our Coleman lantern.
Oh my God.
And I go, what is going on? And you turned around like, oh shit. And I see this girl in there. I did not know who she was. And you had taken blankets and throws and put them, and it was insulation in there. There was no solid floor.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking she could have rolled over and come right through the floor joist, through the sheetrock.
How many days do you think?
Well, that's just it. I didn't know, and you weren't going to spill the beans. You do not remember this?
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Oh, anyway, I got her out of the attic. I sat both of you down on the bed, and I go, who are you? And then you start talking, well, her mom was mad at her. And I said, get your parents on the phone. They must be beside themselves. Well, as I remember the story, somebody came and picked her up, whether it was a family member or part of a gang, for all I know. And you were on restriction afterwards. And I still can't piece it all together, who it was.
Apparently I can't either.
Wow, you both blocked it out.
Wow.
How old was she? About 14?
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well,
you
it
bring
was
her
just
food?
shocking.
Was she eating
Oh,
up
of
there?
course.
Did she sneak out to go to the bathroom? Or did
I
she pee in
think
the
she
insulation?
must have snuck out to go to school. Otherwise, her parents, somebody, social services.
Wow.
Is that what this is
Is
called?
this kidnapping?
No, she was just
Sociologist.
allowing her to have a place to sleep at night.
Yeah. No,
I don't know who this was. So I
Wow.
Okay,
I was
couldn't
in
help you.
school, going to school. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was when your walls were painted dark purple. I remember
The
that.
purple years. Yes, that would explain it.
Van Gogh over here.
Oh my gosh,
Sorry.
it didn't make me all that mad. I really wasn't all that mad. Like, how dare you, Julianne? It was more like her poor parents.
Yeah.
If they
Did she have parents?
Well,
mean,
I don't
wonder.
know. I don't
even know
know.
who this is.
So the phone
Did
calls.
she have a rooster or a chicken? Because I had a friend who was homeless that had a chicken.
With blue hair,
Yeah.
which was very rare in those days.
No. She did
Okay.
not own any animals. However, your snake may have been in there with her.
I did lose a snake in that attic.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Hooter. Aw.
Hooter the snake.
Yeah.
And the story
plane.
that goes with that is that poor Grandma Carter was folding your undies. We had, a closet organizer, and she's, organizing your little socks and undies, and here's this snake that comes out of your undies. And
That's what he
I'll never forget that.
Are you? Was it Grandma Carter?
Yes, it was.
That was an
And-
African rock python. Those things are not nice.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Because I
And-
also lost Hooter the snake, which was a nice king snake.
yeah, no. No, this one was the big one. And
I'm so
Grandpa,
sorry.
he got so angry. You get her home and you tell her to get that thing into that cage and
The cage broke and it got out the back. It wasn't
Oh.
intentional. I was babysitting that for this guy, Steve. Remember when I would babysit his reptiles?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Those were some rough years.
So poor Grandma Carter.
You heard it here first, folks. She's apologizing.
Okay, so what was the original question?
All right, but I will say something. People don't rebel against nothing. So please take that. Eat that in your Reuben sandwich, you two. Because Joelle just likes to blanketly say that I was a nightmare.
Well,
You weren't. I don't
and
think.
she'll say that Mom will say, she wasn't.
No, you weren't.
She
a
goes,
nightmare.
Mom is not going to tell you the truth. You were awful.
I
You were
swear
angry.
to you. Yes,
But
you had
nobody
moments like
rebels
that.
against, like, obviously there was stuff going on
I
in the
get it.
house.
Did you get angry when I was around you?
Not you, Mom.
I'm sorry. Because
No.
I may be blanking. But I didn't see, I mean, I saw your dad and you going at it. I saw your sister and you not.
Yeah.
But
Because she's
I was
awful.
also a child, so that is my perception of the whole thing
Okay.
and perspective.
But
I
she
was-
still gets like, you get angry about
Well,
it now.
well, she gets her fingers hurt. She has fingers.
Her fingers are weak.
Well, no, it's more of
Feelings.
the innocent poor me. I was just a sad girl. But really you were it
okay,
was
everyone
difficult.
can spin their own story and tell a victim story. So maybe I was stronger than I thought. But my point is, and I had to talk to the therapist about this. She goes, people don't uprise against others unless they're pissed off about something.
Sure.
I
yeah.
totally agree with
So
that.
it wasn't just coming from nowhere.
But I'm looking back at my relationship with you, and yeah, you did that henna tattoo.
That wasn't henna, that was India ink. That
that was called a prison tattoo. That
That's
was
the real
Indian
deal.
ink
Oh
with
my gosh. And I lost it with that.
yes.
I was real upset with that. I didn't like you being super goth, but Joelle had already gone through it. So, and I
You were
realized,
like late goth. I think I,
was,
doubled
diet
down on
goth.
it.
I was
right.
Yeah.
And
Depeche
so
Mode.
I was kind of prepared for it, but then you would start doing the real black, and I go, no, lighten up. Not that I wanted to take all the black stuff out of your closet. It's just hard as a parent to see that innocence go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were real blatant with it. You didn't,
Yeah.
everything that you did was black or white, it was real strong. So that was kind of hard on me. But then I was also starting my own business and I was ridiculously busy and trying
And
to.
you and Dad were starting to fight and fall apart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So while you were out listening to Depressed Maud, I was dealing with some
Which it
heavy
was.
stuff.
Depressed mode? Is that what? Depressed mode. What's it called? Depeche mode. Oh my gosh. To me, it sounded like moaning, like you would play at Halloween around a graveyard. That's the truth.
The Cure, maybe you're thinking The Cure. They were a little more moany.
Oh, they were just like, oh, geez, what
They have
am I
some
going to
good,
do?
they're good songwriters.
good,
They're,
yeah.
I would still back
We'll
them
give it
up.
another whirl, Mom. You can relive
Yeah.
it with me.
Okay,
This
anyway.
is when Mom was in her reggae phase.
Yeah, you were doing Bob Marley. You were about to fly the coop with your
Got
convertible
her
LeBaron.
convertible, Yeah.
You were out of there.
And look at me now.
Yeah, convertible Rolls Royce. What is it? Range Rover. Sorry. Mommy Warbucks over here.
In the farm of Idaho. Rolls Royce.
It is a cute car.
Okay, but really though, did you have inklings of understanding? Like I had boyfriends and I would be gone for so long and you had to go, she's probably doing it. But
Doing it?
Yeah.
Doing
but,
dirty stuff?
But I'm just not gonna
No.
collar on it, because then it causes a whole kerfuffle.
No,
and if
no,
I
no.
act like I don't know, then it'll just
No.
kind of go away.
No, that was
No?
not where I came from. I figured that
You were kerfuffling.
I had done the best I could do as far as teaching you that, and probably I failed miserably. I trusted that you guys knew right from wrong to the juncture of being lost. Does that make any sense? So, and I can't control. I mean, short of being in the seat right next to you, you can't control teenage lives. You just have to trust that. And your dad was really good about teaching you about sex and, limitations. And so we really just hoped that you were making the right choices. You both were solid gold on the inside, and I was a little more worried about Julianne.
You're kidding.
And that led to the driving down Berkeley looking for you and finding you in a cafe, outdoor cafe. Do you remember that night?
I remember that, and I remember it because I was incensed because we were drinking sarsaparilla, and you thought it was beer.
It wasn't just that. It was the idea that you had told me you were going over to your friend's house, which was 4 blocks away, not driving to the other side of the bay to go to
that part
Berkeley.
is true. Sorry.
But thank the Lord, I thought you would be in Berkeley.
How did you know?
Just because you were in that phase where that's where all the cool stuff happens, and we'll go to Berkeley. And I was driving.
I ever said that.
and driving down a random street in Berkeley, looking for my daughter in a convertible, and I happened to find you. Now, what are those chances?
That's like the Runaway Bunny. Remember the book?
And so I am all of what? 5'2". Maybe I was 5'3" then, and I basically took you by the nape of the neck and threw you into the back seat of the convertible.
I thought she squiggled out and wouldn't go with you, and you gave up.
No, she got in. I didn't throw her in. She got in.
But I remember feeling like I guess I lied to you. I'm sorry. Can we make up for that time? Thanks, Mom.
They're hugging for the audio listeners.
But you know what? It was a good experience because we were just playing chess and talking about very important things.
Were
That
you
would have been-
smoking too? You
No.
didn't smoke then?
I don't think so.
That is well and good. Could have been done at her house, at her dining room table.
Nobody does
Not a
that in
problem.
San Ramon. I had to go out and get the...
That's the whole point of
Okay.
this story.
But I wanted some art and culture. I liked it. What do you think?
That would have been fine during the course of the day with a friend and a parent who would have driven you there.
All right, so with that in mind, so
Yes.
they have this app called Life 360 where you
Oh,
can
yeah, you
GPS
told me about it.
see where your kids are at all times.
David
We
showed
would
me
not
that.
have done well.
If you had that back in the day, would you have used that?
Oh, your dad would have been all over.
Dad would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys couldn't have gone 4 blocks. Me, I would have probably been fighting your dad saying they need a little freedom. If you had a set of keys to a car, you could expect a child to go somewhere besides their, neighborhood.
Right.
But that was where the game came in, because if that were the case, then I would have stuck my phone in someone else's car that sat 4 blocks
You
down.
didn't have cell phones
Here,
back in
careful
those
with
days.
this
No, I mean, there would have been a way around. I would have fought him on his strategy and tried to figure out a way to break, break his
Yeah, yeah.
security.
Yeah.
Because it was a little cat and mouse,
Well,
right?
lucky
But why?
for you.
Why did you like the cat and mouse with Dad?
Because it's a strategy. It's a game of wits. Never play a game of wits with a Sicilian. I'm just kidding. Do you remember
love
from the
that. Oh,
Princess
yes.
Bride? That was good. I don't even know if that's the line.
He was the rat, wasn't he, in Harry Potter?
No, but yeah, there's another one like that. No, okay, but you liked pushing the buttons and you liked the competition of of that. You weren't going to follow the rules. You liked trying to break them, right? Was
I
that
think
part of
it was
your-
more that someone was doing something. I think it was more from justice. Someone was being a little nuts. So I would give them a little chase. No? How did you see it, Mom? You were there. I can't remember anything. I'm making up stories now.
How
What
I
was it?
saw it. I saw like you really wanted to be cool.
Really?
You wanted to have a group that you could call your own. Your sister always had that with Piccone and all those guys. And they did all their artsy and filmy kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
you had like a nice gang.
Right. And you were kind of like trying to find that same, group.
But I
that
never
you
had
could-
that, huh?
No. So then I think what you did is you would touch and bounce, touch and bounce, touch. And
You didn't like the commitment of it, though. You would also choose not to be with people, too. From my perspective, right? Like, I'd be like, I thought that person was your best friend. You were just like, nah. Right?
looking at your sister now, don't you think that she is one of the brighter people you've ever
Totally,
been around? And the most well-read and all those
Yeah.
things. So you can imagine you being who you are, trying to find people that talked like you, understood like you, were insightful like you, introspective like you. Not going to happen in the world of 16, 17-year-olds for the most part. So then you would rotate towards a little edgier crowd, just kind of looking for somebody pure-ish.
I
That's,
could see that. I could see
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the world of high school, watching you at the football game the other night, watching Elliot and Toby, you were like kind of, granted you're worried with school and trying to study and stuff too, but I felt a little like you were kind of an alien in this world
Yeah,
of all these people
disconnected.
cheering and all these people wearing green makeup and t-shirts and you were like, what is the big deal, right? Like,
I was next to a guy who was dressed as like in a morph suit going, "Gah! Power! Gah!" And every time he shouted, it scared the shit out of me. So then I had to put in Rage Against the Machine to make a consistent loud noise so I could block out all the shouts that were just going, bah, rah, blah.
Yeah.
It's scary. A bunch of adult people screaming.
So it was the sensitivity thing more than it was the game and the why are we all here and what's
How did this turn into four eyes staring at me?
taking your personality and trying to figure out you.
Yes,
as a
I
kid.
don't know football. I don't understand it. I
So-
don't feel like I'm a part of that circle. I don't.
on
I
that-
was trying to support Elliot, but I don't know what's happening, and I didn't have my glasses. I can't see anything. I'm sitting next to shouting people with people I don't know.
I think you did extremely well
So I
in that
listened
setting.
to.
However, I said, Julianne, okay, Elliot's position is da, 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 da. And she goes, what's offense? What's defense? And so I was explaining the basics. And you go, I don't want to know. I'm too old to learn. So I go, okay, well, just watch for his number then.
You have to. Okay,
Well, my point was
it's not my culture. Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to support Elliot, but I did not.
Right.
yeah.
It's uncomfortable. I guess.
There's
Probably.
basic Americana stuff, and then there's like the artsy, cool.
But it's not that I'm
thinker
like
side.
so
No?
above or trying to.
No,
it's just not.
no.
It's not your jam.
And not now, especially not now. I mean, I was talking when you were 15, 16, 17.
But probably is like maybe brings me back to that uncomfortable time of high school or something. I don't really like being around high schools that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the kids
yeah.
and the sports, and it's so funny watching the trends and how they all dress exactly alike, and
So, and
But it's weird. Like it's not. I also don't have my own kids. I'm supporting though as the aunt who's not.
Yeah,
like-
vested like a parent.
I don't
would
know,
be.
but it's the football thing, and you're not like conversing and hanging out and talking to each other. It's just weird shouting from dads in morph suits, like with weird. It's just
probably like going to a concert, right? Everybody's there to watch the band, and then when the song comes on, you're like, "Oh, great song, yeah!" And then everybody sings
maybe
along
it's
to
the
song.
consistent, but when it's like dead quiet and all of a sudden, it's fucking
It was
scary.
Mr. Clifford. We love you, Mr. Clifford, but you scared my sister.
Yes. I'll never go again. I'm still
I
rattled.
think he's a male. I think he was like the dad from Modern Family. He was a male cheerleader in his past life. Did you see those big cones?
Yes. The
And he
cone was in my ear.
and just his voice was so loud, even when he was just talking.
Yeah.
But how do you tolerate that scene? You like it. It's fun to you.
First of all, I'm losing my hearing, so it wasn't
That
nearly
helps.
as dramatic. I had my glasses, so I could see. I know the game,
Yeah.
and I can watch something happen, and it makes perfectly good sense or anticipate what's going to happen. It's just
So
a
you're
whole.
invested in the sport of it too.
Well, I understand it. You know?
And you do too?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but I also have a kid playing too. So
Yeah.
I'm watching with trained eyes.
I mean, I like watching Elliot because he's my nephew, and
yeah.
but I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
They look. I didn't have my
They look
glasses.
like from way far away. Yeah. If you don't have glasses.
I didn't know what was happening. Someone
Well, I
kicked the
think-
thing, and I said, "Yay!" And they were like, "That's a wrong goal" or something. And I was like,
You know,
"Ugh."
it was amazing that you carved time out for that game. Being
Yeah.
as busy as you are and how much pressure you're under. It was just a delight to have you there.
No bullshit. You guys mean it. Bullshit. You guys were both uncomfortable that I was there because you felt like you had to take care of me.
No, I felt
No.
bad for you that you were so uncomfortable.
That is absolutely not the truth. You excused yourself and went up to the corner because you had to do a call. And no,
Okay.
I take offense
Yeah,
to that.
Not at all.
I'm just kidding. It's over dramatized, but
Yeah.
She's offended.
I
Did you
am
see her
you?
nose
offended.
go up?
Wait.
all right. But this was not to talk about me, but I will say sometimes I feel like a foreigner in certain places.
That's what my point was in high
Yes.
school. You probably felt like, I don't fit in here. These aren't my people. Where are my people? Let's go to Berkeley and
Yes.
other fun artsy places and find them. That's what my point was.
I think so.
Okay, so on that note, I have to go to the policeman's ball this weekend.
I thought you were going to say bathroom. Get up.
No. And
Okay.
I go and I realize that I gather all my parts and I just sit quietly while my husband is Mr. Social. He knows everybody. And he brings me my wine. And I really don't have any good reason to really get up and go do my thing. If people, and I'm not being snooty. It's just, it's not my scene.
Yeah.
And
Do you
so
suffer through it?
I don't suffer. And I will find eventually I usually see somebody I know. And last time it was she is a family and marriage counselor, and her husband is the best photographer ever, and he was an engineer. And I go, okay, I can have a conversation and we can talk these. And it's just about being in the group that makes sense to you. There's a million groups in this world.
But you guys, okay, if we were like at Miller's house and they were talking about philosophy, and would that be weird?
No,
Would you feel
I'd like it.
uncomfortable or?
For a while.
For a while, I'd probably want to go home soon after. I only have so much philosophy in me.
So I think that's maybe the difference. That would be like your football game.
Well, you
Right?
were with a
Yeah.
person who only talked these esoteric sentences and ideas. And yeah,
Detached?
just kind of floaty, and you just go, oh boy. And having gone through that with your dad, I just feel like if there was a way to reel that in so that I could get up and go do this or get myself out of that
Feels like a waste of time.
after a while. At first you
Same
go, oh,
with
Yeah, I agree. I think I like that kind of talk in chunks, but if it's a whole evening of it, like I glaze over and it's like,
enough already.
You
how
start
much
looking at
time
your
have I
to-do list.
spent on this?
I need
Yeah.
a checkerboard. Let's play checkers.
Could we go back to Joelle?
Yes.
Because I feel like we focused on me a lot. This one. How was it raising her?
First of all, I had her 3.5 years before I had you. So I got to practice on her a lot. And she was my little buddy. I mean, really, like, had had a marsupial pouch, she would have been in it.
It's like Charlotte, right? She just kind of wants to hang out with mom.
Right.
Maybe.
And
Does that make sense?
And was just always easy, easy, easy. But then so were you. And that's the truth. No.
I
we're
don't
talking
agree.
little.
I know, but I think that you had. Sorry, now to make it about me again. You said I was a rough baby.
Oh, yeah. Rocking you to sleep and that kind of thing. Yeah.
And I was like more of a. Like, did you bond less with me than with Joelle?
No.
do
And
you
what a lose-lose question that was for me. Like, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I really do like her better.
Yeah, you're not going to say it. But
No,
it's
you
true.
were.
That was your little cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, but, both of you had sleeping. Joelle was a negotiator by the time she could say words at 9 months old, toddling at 7.5 months. But anyway, the point is she would negotiate.
Show us your toddles.
Negotiate in her crib. Mama, I'm not ready to sleep. And you go, oh, boy. Just ignore her. Mama, I know you hear me.
Would you really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because we lived in a little tiny place, and her bedroom was the mechanical room. It was the laundry room, mud room, where the hot water heater, that was her room. And it was really cute. It was
This is the
Raggedy
apartment
Ann.
in where?
It was a little tiny, tiny house. And so our bed was like 4 feet away. And she would, Mama.
You're like, don't move. Pretend you're asleep. I remember
don't
those
answer.
days with babies.
Oh, yeah.
That's like going on a trip with a baby and you have to put the crib in the closet and you're in a hotel room and you want to watch TV at night, but it'll wake up the baby and so you have to play dead for a while. And, it's a whole thing.
And then you fall asleep. So
Yeah.
all that was for naught.
Yeah.
And you were a little bit more, I don't think you felt well. I think to this day, I think you had
The
tummy.
farts.
I think she had a telescoping intestine. Because, I mean, just being a mom once with her and not having those issues, but I'd have to keep you upright all the time. And you always had tummy. It wasn't colic as much as just issues all the time. So
my
I'd have to
stomach?
lay you on your tummy sometimes and turn you over and upright, and mostly upright. So that's when you'd fall asleep with your hand down my shirt.
Hassle.
It's fine. Look at me. Do
What?
I? No.
Every baby has something weird or different about how they were. Elliot was my gassy baby, and same thing. Couldn't sleep laying down.
Right.
Really?
I had to sleep up in a chair with him, and I
Right.
remember going to the pediatrician and just bawling, like, I haven't slept laying down in 3 months.
It's me.
And they just need it, and then they outgrow it at some point, and then you can lay them down finally.
Some don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So anyway, no, I did not like your sister better than you. I think you were really fun to be around. You were always dreaming up something as a little dinky toddler. You were, just fun. You were fun. And your dad gets so much credit for keeping the two of you interested in being outside and looking at bugs and I give him so much credit for that. So, yes. Anyway, I think you're both perfect.
oh gosh, we just brought you on the show to tell us that we're perfect.
I think you
Do
are.
you have any more questions? You've been very quiet.
Well, it's kind of the just parenting now, and then I always think about how you did it in the 70s and how I kind of wish we had it that way too.
Totally.
Because now there's internet and phones and all the apps, and the kids are head down in their phones all the time, and it's a battle to get them away.
I don't know how you guys do it, honestly.
Yeah.
I would not be able to parent now.
Really?
because the rules that I applied to you two are not applicable anymore.
But I did think about the fact that when we were able to save up enough money, we each bought our own phone line. We each had our own phone and our own answering machine. Do you remember this? So I was probably...
It was a big deal.
14, 15.
Yeah, 8th grade maybe. You were 5th or 6th grade. And we would come home and we'd run upstairs and check our answering machine to see who called us. And then we would call back whoever that person was and talk for hours. I would get bruises on my ears talking to my friends.
And I did the very same thing.
Yeah.
Except I would stretch the cord off the wall phone through the back door and shut it.
Yeah.
And so not only do you have a bruised ear, but you're fighting the tension on the phone. Boing!
But then the family would have to use the phone, and then,
Right.
or your nosy sister would pick up on the other line if it was the house line. That's why we ended up getting our own lines.
I would listen.
Yes, people would spy. You could hear the little, if you got really good, you could put your finger on the thing and just be like,
Don't you remember Andy Griffith, how the operator would listen to all and she was a big gossip in town?
yeah.
Dad would listen to our phone calls, huh? Would you?
I would listen to the genre of it when I'd be walking by and folding clothes and doing whatever I do.
So what were her conversations mostly?
More music-y, kind of. Yeah,
In high
both of you
school.
had pretty benign conversations. If I would have heard words dropped that weren't supposed to
Well,
be in your sentence.
Did you know Allie and I had a code? We had code words for things that we knew if our parents overheard us talking, they would get mad about. So we had a code.
What?
No freaking way. See, here you go again.
What was it?
I had no clue.
Remind me of some.
It was usually Allie. She made up all these things because I think her parents were all over her all the time. But she was, yeah, one was like going to the mall. I think one was like sexual, having sex. Going for a walk was kissing. Oh, she would remember all of them. I can't remember now.
How old were you?
This was like 17, like later high school. So, yeah. But there was a code. Cookies, I think, were condoms.
Did you eat some cookies? Oh.
Sorry, Mom.
Oh man, have I failed you
No,
guys?
no.
I failed you in so many
But everything
planes.
was very safe, and my love life was very Pollyanna, I think. You know, I always had solid boyfriends, and there were a couple in-betweeners, but it was always like we were going to get married and have babies. It was like the high school sweetheart kind of thing. But you didn't know when things got active.
No,
No.
I had no clue.
Did you? What about her?
No, I didn't know.
What do you mean?
Well, she's talking about the sex word. No, I did not know. I didn't know.
All right.
It worked. My
I
phone
know.
worked.
I look at the overall picture, and I think you guys have turned out to be absolutely incredible women
Thanks.
and rock solid in
Like
your
you.
core. And
No one can touch this. No, I'm kidding.
no, and you just kind of have to trust that.
Yeah.
When your kids are going through so much. I mean, I would not have worried about you guys doing drugs.
You didn't?
No.
She was a pothead.
No, I was not. I did it a handful of times.
That was probably less in high school. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're correct. I was very scared. I was like, it would be...
Because we had John against drugs. Our dad looming over, scaring us about every
And
drug
honestly, I
Yeah.
appreciate that looking back on it
we took. It
because
probably
he was
worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, he was in the education system and teachers were fed that. Educators were educated about
That was
it.
in the Nancy, I almost said Nancy Reagan.
Just say no.
Just
Say no. Mothers
yeah.
Against Drunk Driving. Like it was a
Right.
Remember
huge
Toma
movement.
when he came to our school? There was some
Yeah.
big motivational speaker who did a whole thing on drugs And he would go from high school to high school. Toma?
Toma?
Toma. And I remember the story about somebody high on crack and they put their own baby in the oven and cooked it. And we were all just like, scared straight. So,
By the way, that doesn't work. Scared straight. In all of the psychology circles.
I couldn't do it because
none of that works.
Just not in my heart to do that.
Fix.
But I never did crack.
I never did crack
Thank
either.
you, Toma.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So that is something that you have to deal with that I didn't have to deal with.
Crack?
That too. Drugs in general. It's
What do you
real
mean?
prevalent
you
now.
had 60s drugs left, right, and center. LSD, mushrooms,
Yes.
pot.
That was when I was in college.
She smoked grass.
I never, ever smoked grass. And
Ever.
never. And never did drugs. Still haven't.
You got high at a Sugar Cubes concert when you took us.
Yeah,
That's
contact
true.
high.
It was a little bit secondary smoke going on in that one.
And then what about the gummies that came with your CBD oil for your
I
arthritis?
tried. Okay, so I tried. I will admit, I tried. I had a package of 10. I took one half of one. I put it in my mouth and I go, oh, blah.
Okay, wait a second. You have to give the backstory. You have a bad shoulder.
Yeah,
and
I
you
have
guys
a
went and
replaced
bought
shoulder,
CBD oil,
replaced
right?
knee, arthritis, yes. So CBD oil.
It came with gummies. That's how they're getting you hooked
Well,
into it. Oh my!
Joelle and I bought them.
Oh, you two.
No, I think they threw them in as part of the package,
No,
right?
I paid him $30 for them. For
You guys
10
bought
pills.
gummies. You didn't tell me about
Well, it
this.
was also a sleep thing, and he was selling around. These will really help you sleep if you have
Right.
pain from your shoulder while you're trying to sleep. Do the rub and take one of these.
So, point is,
Never a good story with these.
I took one half of one, I spit it out in the sink, and I go, this is how I thought. That was $5. Because in the package it was $30. There were 10 pills. I was dividing how much it was, and I'm just going, well,
Okay, so what happened to the rest of the gummies?
I think I might have them somewhere.
yes, she does. I gave them to her.
Didn't you and your husband take them one night?
Yes, we tried them one night. We went to Colorado, and I hadn't tried them before, and came back and just got all giggly. It was really funny, but I don't love the way they make me feel. Although, then I had some better ones now that they've been regulated, and you can get the kind that work for this or that. So the girls during my birthday trip got some that were very just fun, happy ones, and very light.
You didn't tell me
doses.
about this.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was super
Where?
fun.
When you were up north?
In Palm Springs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they taste any better than the
No,
ones?
they don't taste good. They taste very herbal.
Yeah.
Like you're eating
Yeah,
grass.
it was awful.
But it was good. Yeah, it was fun.
Was fun? Was
yeah,
it
then I
light
was like,
and
oh, I can
funny?
see why people like this. Yeah, because it's like drinking but not. And it was fun. It was a nice, fun night.
Yeah.
Silly and... Yeah, we were playing trivia games and charades and all this dumb stuff and just laughing our butts off. We thought we were all so funny. And
Really?
That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I could
It
see
was good.
that.
Would you ever do that, Mom, if you got the regulated fun kind?
If the two of you were with me, probably.
Oh, look at this. It's a
Next
whole
girls'
new
trip.
world.
Well, I rubbed CBD oil on my shoulder, so I
So you
figure
might
I've
as-
already gone
It's
over
the gateway to
line.
crack.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan is shining down on you.
I know.
Okay, now, Mom, what about, did you hear our last episode? I know you listen.
Oh, I
About
did.
MDMA, though.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that with
No.
Denny?
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
It's like a good marriage drug.
No. We have a good marriage.
Excuse me. Jeez. Okay.
Wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't you
no.
like to see him get fancy and floaty and giggle? Put on
Give
your
him
little
a
ballerina?
margarita, 2 margaritas in the row. Oh my gosh, he's so much fun. No, his go-to is tequila or margaritas. And
Would you ever try it with Dave? Would he?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if the situation were right and it was super pure stuff that I trusted, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to some nice desert rock, and it's supposed to be a very bonding thing between partners.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
it really,
bonded. How much tighter do we have to get?
Yeah.
Good
geez.
grief.
Life
Would
is
you like to
okay.
look into his mustache and to see him for how he was back in the
I'll
past.
tell you what,
But if he
I was
gets giggly,
sitting.
It'll tickle. It'll tickle that bristly push broom will start tickling your face.
I sat on the plane with a guy who has one of those beards that's just this free float, right? And when he would talk, it was just fascinating. I would watch it do this. And then I was trying not to stare, but I thought, how do you keep Oreo cookie crumbs out of your beard?
I don't think you do.
Oh,
All right, bearded listeners, how do you keep Oreo cookie crumbs out of your beard?
And
big
birds.
ones.
Birds. We're
Not
curious.
my cup of tea. So I gotta say, Denny's number one question is, how's it going with Julianne's dating?
Why does he care?
Because he was a bachelor for 17 years.
So tell him I have
And
15 more to go.
When he met me, I think he just thought the heavens opened. And he wants you.
Whoa, slow down. Let's work on that ego. Mom, just kidding.
I'm just telling you what he's told
Very
me.
nice. Yes.
So we just need. It wasn't because I was talking about me.
I'm just kidding.
It
Mom.
was
It was
him.
funny. I know.
How he
Oh,
perceived
It was
it.
very sweet how everything worked out.
Yes,
He
but
did.
anyway, being a bachelor, 17 years.
Would you? What?
All I imagine is Daddy going, "Hi, Joyce. Yes, my heavens have opened." Like in his little accent.
He never says that kind of stuff to me.
Yeah.
He usually tells other people, and then they go, oh, he adores you.
Aw.
And I go, wow, okay, what did he say exactly? So, yeah. Anyway, so what do you want to ask me about dating?
She just left to get chocolate, so she'll stop yawning, but she left us her phone. Okay, so what app is this?
This is, I don't know.
There's the H. Okay, I think she's on Hinge. And I wonder if these are all local people. Okay, so this person, we can't say names or whatever. We're going to protect their anonymity. He likes...
But he's got a garden shirt on.
He does. Oh, with the dog.
Oh, and it's a cute guy.
Okay,
Nice
all right.
teeth.
Okay. He likes hammocks. That's an odd thing to list. isn't
Fire
it?
pits are good.
Yeah. All right. All right, Jules, you lead the way. What are we looking at here? This is a new profile, someone you've liked, or
This is a profile I made a long time ago.
that's not you.
Huh?
You're looking at a boy.
What are you asking me?
No.
This
you're
is
saying
a guy.
This guy. Does this
Oh.
mean that you've liked him or swiped left or right or what
It
is-
just popped up. I
okay.
think he's probably fake.
No, keep scrolling and you'll see why.
He likes hammocks.
That's what I said.
Banana hammocks? Finance at tell you later? I think this is a fake profile.
Keep
Why?
going. Can
Now
it
look at
hold a
here are
grudge?
my photos.
Okay.
Here, let's give Brian
Now,
a
you
like.
just turned it on though. All you have to do is turn it on.
She's actually giving him a like.
No, let's not.
Do it.
No, do.
See what
'Cause
happens.
We need to see.
Will he like back right away?
No, let's not do that.
Why?
Because now we're just toying with his emotions.
No.
Like men don't do this all the time.
I don't know. This is
A
garbage.
wink at a bar. This is a wink. You're just saying hi.
That guy would like to wink you at the bar and buy you a beer. Look at that.
And add a tattoo to your forearm.
And hold his chair because he's
It looks
drunk.
like a dinky hold. Why is he hold? What is he holding?
It's a side of a
a
chair.
corn dog.
captain's chair.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're going through profiles. We're looking at what is interesting, but on this one you just hit the heart. Wait. When you X them, they go away forever, huh?
I think so.
Did the fire pit go away?
Can you put them in a maybe pile? Or no?
Not sure, but
You're not giving these any time.
I know, that's the thing. She's ruthless. She just says
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
look.
no.
this is not something I actually want to do, is why.
It's because she's tired. Let's put this all on hold.
But this is the good stuff.
Do you
Just
like
give
this
a few
man?
likes and see what happens.
He kind of looks like he belongs on The Sopranos.
Or prison. Yes. Okay, how about, look at this bloke.
Oh, he's in a hiking mood with
Oh my
green
God,
hair.
everybody has kids my age.
Which is going to be
Normal?
very normal, right? Is that a deal breaker?
I don't know if I have a choice at this point. Does this guy look like a murderer? What do you think of his hands, Mom?
Well, I think he's got
Why are
a
you
nice
looking
shirt
at
on.
hands?
I like his shirt.
You just dropped him. Why'd you drop him?
He's Jewish.
Julianne! Now it comes out.
Just kidding. I like Jewish boys. I would like a good Jew from New
I'm
York.
going to like all these people for you.
Yeah, this is where
There, I'm giving him a like.
and you need to do
Send
this
like.
for her anyway because you were going to be her dating coach.
I know. I am your
Yeah.
dating manager.
Mom, long haired. Mom is not
No,
interested.
it's not that. It comes, it goes.
That'll-
He kind of looks a little like, yeah.
I'm going to give him a
Oh!
Well, this guy's got,
He looks like William H. Macy.
he's got like real cute smile.
quick.
I heard something recently that really made me think. Instead of being out there looking for the right person, maybe I should be thinking about, what am I bringing to the relationship? What am I bringing to the table?
I should bring a couple of
Yeah.
glasses of
Sorry,
martinis.
drunk. Can't have any drunks around.
Oh, I kind of think he's
Carlos.
cute with his little.
He liked me, John.
Oh, agnostic.
Oh, look at how
Oh,
smiley
he looks
is.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, he's an athlete. That's good.
He likes Purple Crush. Oh, he likes grape flavor. We don't like grape flavor.
I don't like
But
grapes.
you know what? It's good. Opposites attract.
She X'd him because of his grape flavor.
No! You are so quick to axe. You have to stop doing that. Why not? Just say, okay, where could this go? Why do you X
I
them
don't
out?
like this situation. I've
Why
got
do you X
two
them
people that are
out?
looking at me very suspiciously.
But really, why do you just shut the door instantly?
Mom, you've still got the crocodile eyes.
I'm tired now.
Oh.
I really am tired now.
Okay, let's end this. Done.
Okay.
We'll
So-
revisit it at another date.
You got a couple. I threw in a whole bunch of likes there for you.
Oh, Joe.
I can be going through these.
Don't undo your profile. Leave it going.
undoing
No,
it.
no, no. Don't turn it off. Okay, this is the problem. You're not finding anybody because you're not opening your doors.
I don't want to open my door. I'm busy right now.
But you're paying for the app. And you said you wanted
Free,
to do
and
this.
It's free. I'm not paying anything.
Oh.
In order to see the people that like you, you have to upgrade.
Well, actually, I don't think anything's wrong with him at all. And Dennis Hansen takes horrible pictures.
Oh, Denny's on Hinge, huh?
Denny.
No, but the point is that it can't always be perfect.
So let's see who likes you
guy-
back.
Okay.
And then we'll take it to the next step, which will be chatting. And then we can analyze
Mom, what
the
do you
chats
think
a
of
little
this? Isn't
bit.
this a weird foreign time? You went out. You were
I
free.
think I still don't understand how light bulbs work. And we've already gone through cell phones and computers, and all this is just one more layer to.
It's just not that easy anymore. Everybody's so insulated. You get everything you need in the confines of your own four walls, and people aren't going out as much. Although I did hear farmers markets are the new hot place to meet people. Good quality people. You care
Who
about
like avocados.
fresh fruit,
I like avocados.
dogs,
Mom. Someone would like
folk
to date
music. They like the music. They like the flowers. So, yeah?
I like that plant.
Yeah. Let's hit up some farmers markets. I'll go with you.
It's just creepers who hang around there for 2 hours touching fruit.
Yeah, I'll film our trips to farmers markets from bushes, from behind bushels of carrots.
See how much she lights up again?
I'll
she
wear my
only
little
lights up with
costume.
slapping, and look at her eyes.
I can wear my little kerchief like
She's
a little old lady at
crazed.
the farmer's market with my secret camera. We have secret cameras, and I'll go to a farmer's
Turning
market.
into weird.
I'll follow you around. The farmer's market dating show.
And she has
Let's
a
do it.
purse that has a wine spout, and you can put your camera in there.
Yes, this is also a good thing. Yes, you're right, Mom. I do. Jules, did someone like you?
No, I have an online midterm coming up.
Oh. Okay, but can we find some farmers markets? I think this would be also good. Online, but you're not even turning them on, so we can't do the online dating right now. But could we go to farmers markets on Saturday mornings?
Okay.
We'll make it a weekly thing. It's like your therapy. We'll just do Saturday morning farmers market dating therapy. Yeah?
Mom, what do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Right.
I like the idea of warm buns, too.
And on that,
Mom,
we're going to
you
close
are
it out.
married.
Our mother likes warm buns, everybody. This has been another episode of Mouse and Weens. The daughters of this one right in the middle, Joyce Carter. Thank you for being on our show.
Bye.
You're the best. And I'm sorry that you guys had to hear some of this. This is the inner workings of our relationship.
Dysfunctional.
Please visit us on mouseandweens.com. We are also on patreon.com/mouseandweens, where I'll put this whole flippin' episode. No edits.
Don't make anyone listen to this.
Well, it's a long one, but we can cut it up. I'll put the edited parts there. How about that? Mm-hmm. And we do love our patrons. Mom is a patron.
I'm a patron.
Do you pay extra to be a patron? It's a mere $5 a month. So that you can be a part of all these stories that you don't know about.
$5 a month. Yeah.
We do put a lot of silly
do you
stuff
listen
on
to
there.
the sneaky side stuff?
I haven't lately because I've been so busy.
The story.
I get to be with you guys.
This
So,
is true.
yeah.
All right. We do send out free swag and all sorts of good stuff. And so, yes, thank you to, who do we have on there? We have Sarah, we have Jody, we have Megan, we have Carla, our tried and true homies. So thank you, patrons.
Thank you.
And to everyone on the Podfix network. And anything else?
Nope.
Please
You
write us.
did an incredible job once more.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Please write us at Mouse and Weens everywhere on social media. At Mouse and Weens. Okay, that's it. Adios. Good night.
Never let me cross your mind, for in your heart you love another. Leave me, little darling, I don't mind.
Ever wonder why your kid won't listen?
Ever wonder why your mom is so bossy?
Well, we do all the time. That's why we created our podcast.
Love These Mother-Daughter Talks with Bryn and Flynn.
Through a series of open and honest conversations, Flynn and I hope to deepen our understanding of each other and help other parents and children deepen their understandings of what goes on in their day-to-day struggles.
And more.
We are officially now on the Podfix network. Also, find us anywhere you download your podcasts. Hey Flynn, I love These Mother-Daughter Talks.
Me too. Let's see you in our next episode.
This was a podcast of the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.